My name is Brittany Benson, and I am one of the co-founders of Dreamchasers. Dreamchasers is a nonprofit organization that was founded to give unrestricted donations to any organization pertaining to education, extracurricular activities, or sports. Our main goal was to help raise money, therefore children in our surrounding areas. It would take some of that financial burden off the cost of extracurricular activities or education. Our organization was founded in 2015 by myself, Brittany Benson, and Isabel Lorenzo. I myself had 3 competitive cheerleaders and she had 2, and our cheerleaders had just made it to nationals. And we started this organization where we could go out and volunteer our own time and kind of raise money ourselves instead of selling things that people didn't need, such as Cokes and donuts. So we started this organization to volunteer for our own selves at our own time and raise money for the children's extracurriculars. So the cost of the nationals trip made it to where some of the families were not financially able to go. So we started raising the money so that some of the families that may not be able to afford to go would be able to join their team without having to redo their entire routine. So that is why we started the organization. That's the history behind how we got started. My most exciting thing is giving scholarships annually. We have individuals who write essays. Anybody who wants to volunteer and send scholarship funds can volunteer, raise money, and then we help some of the financial burden of college. That is super expensive for people, and in order to be able to go into a field they may want to go into, it's going to put them into debt. So we allow them to write an essay annually, once a year, and then the scholarship board gets together, reviews every single essay, and we scale them on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a lower grade and 10 being a higher. And we take probably about anywhere from 5 to 7 and give them scholarship money towards the scholarship for that financial year. So I think it ranges from $7,500 to $200 where we range people and pick winners. And then we can also send money additionally. People who have volunteered their time can send scholarship money for other individuals that are in college. So that's my favorite part. I mean, we have helped people, like I said, that can't go to nationals, and those children wouldn't be able to have those experiences. We feel as though if a child is involved more, they have less of an opportunity to get in trouble. So if we keep them busy with extracurricular activities, then the less likely they are to get in trouble and impact their future in a negative way. Right now, it's a very difficult time for our organization due to the pandemic and COVID. We have a lot of volunteers that are skeptical about wearing masks. We have a lot of individuals who aren't comfortable in the mask at all. They can't breathe, maybe they have health conditions, and then we have some that are just scared to get COVID in general. It has put a really big damper on finding volunteers to fill the spots that we have been accustomed to filling in the past. So my hope is that we can get more volunteers for our organization and we can build up the amount that we had once in the past, prior to the pandemic. We volunteer at the major event centers in Nashville, so Bridgestone, Nissan Stadium, Ascend Amphitheater. We have now started at Franklin Amphitheater. We also do Music City Center, and we volunteer our times in the concession stands. So we sell the food and the drinks to the patrons that come to these events, and we make a percentage of the concessions we sell, and we turn those percentages into unrestricted donations for an organization of the volunteers' choosing. So they all, when they come into our organization, they have an predetermined idea of what they want to raise money for. So we have individuals that may be raising money for mission trips, or a dance group, a booster club, things of that nature. Majorly just volunteers. That's how we get our income. That's how we donate our donations. So the volunteers are what make our organization. So at this moment in time, we're just in need of more volunteers to volunteer their time and raise money for our youth. It will help us to give more funds, scholarship time. We've wanted to start giving more locally. We originated here. The individuals on our board, they are from Clarksville as well, and we want to give back to things that have meaning to us. So we have started picking just nonprofits, and we've also started something, it's kind of like a scholarship for an organization. So we have people that can write and ask for funds needed for their organization. So any funds that we receive, we will turn those into other things for people in need in our community. So maybe, just an example, like maybe a cheerleading team here in town can't afford cheer uniforms. We would like to be able to present them with that. I think it would help if individuals were maybe a little bit more knowledgeable on what it was that we were doing. Therefore, they could get more involved themselves. So there are many organizations all over Clarksville, nonprofit organizations specifically, that we are able to give funding to that may need funds, such as one that I really learned about recently was, I don't even know how to say it correctly, is it YAPACs? Is that correct? So YAPACs, you know, they always need more. I always see them giving on Facebook, and in order to give, you must receive. So if we had more manpower that could help us to volunteer, we make more funds, and then those individuals that are actually volunteering could delegate their funds to individuals, not per se individuals, but organizations like that one, or Mana Cafe. Mana Cafe is always needing more assistance, and sometimes it's really hard to find something when somebody doesn't have necessarily a reward. Like a lot of people they more so want, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But there's not really a way to do that if you don't have the means of funding. So in order to get people in, you're going to need ways to generate income. So in order for us to generate income and give more, then we need more manpower to raise those funds. Please buy products from Planters Bank, the Hilldale branch, in order to support Dreamchasers this season of giving.